All right, so when we talk about the lever, we want to talk about different concepts with the lever. And this is one that is one of my favorites that we work on in class because it's a good learning experiment on how you can do things. Now, one of the things that we really didn't get into with the lever, the video, is 2 grabs on one arm. So let's look at it. Nothing has changed when there's 2 grabs on one arm. Nothing at all. The only thing that has changed is how many levers do I have to play with and where do I play with them at. Now we can make multiple fulcrums out of this and things are still not going to change. Now, because this grasp up here is different from this grasp down here, he's going to have harder control over the higher point than he will the lower. I can still use a single hand or a single hand grasp escape in order to get out of it because he can't grab onto this one very well. So grab onto this one as much as you can, grab onto that one, and then I can still come out of it and control it by using, because he can't get enough, one fulcrum. So I'm going to, here and here, this is going to act as my fulcrum right here, and I'm simply going to move up off of it. There. I start my work down here. I don't start my work up here or way down low. I start it there. Here, there. Once that's done, I'm open. I can work. Okay? So, when you look at this, remember, if they grab you this way, that they're not nearly as strong up here as they are there. That doesn't mean you can't use this to your advantage by twisting them up. Once I've done this, now people are going, especially guys that know me, are going, Matt, man, you just completely changed everything you ever said. Don't start up here, don't start down there. I'm going to work around this as my point of rotation, and instead of this as my point of rotation. So I'm going to move everything around there. Once that's done, I'm back out and able to move. Here, using this. Now if I throw my body behind it, I can get into it. If I step this way, I've moved him with me. So it's all about where the point of rotation is. Is it here or is it there? If it's down there, I'm going to act very differently. Now, you can get creative with the levers that you create if you want to. It's up to you. I can put that in there and remove it. Grab on as hard as you can up here. And come out and still be able here to maintain what I'm doing, depending on where I want to put it. Now, this is where you start to play a little bit when you have things like this, because now he's got 2 closed structures, I've got none, and now I just want to look at, depending on where I push and pull things, what will happen. Depending on where I put my arm. If I put my arm here, what is going to happen when I do that? I've blocked off this area so he can no longer adapt that to move around it. And now I've got this clear. The key to this, a lot of people will say, man, I don't understand why you're doing this. The key to this is if I get grabbed in reality, and I really get grabbed by him in a real life situation, there's first off going to be that. I'm going to face check him immediately, and that's going to open this up. The easiest point to rotate around is going to be here. So once that happens, there, I'm in full control of the situation, which is probably going to end up with a knee to the groin or a knee up into the ribs, as hard as I can. Then come across and push off. Unless I'm going to control. If I'm going to control and I check and I come across, I'm going to grab that arm and keep it and hold it there. The main reason you want to do these type of adaptation drills, we talk about in the EPL, is you want to find out what works, what doesn't work. Once you know what works and what doesn't work, then stress it out a little bit and test it. Put some tension, put some fatigue, put some stress, put some arousal training like we talk about in DPT. Do all of that with this. And what you'll find is in real life, if you get grabbed and you get tangled up, you will be able to create fulcrums based off of the tangles instead of wildly flailing trying to get away from this. Remember, we want to be productive, not active. Active does not mean efficiency. So, have them grab a hold of you and work off of this, and then you can move to some different ones. But there's a million of them you can do based off of this, even driving him up, anchoring this, and there. Instead of, I didn't pull him. Don't let me pull you. There. But if I bring this down, and I straighten it out, and I block that down, I've brought him into view of my hands to attack. Cool?
Cool.